Hey there, this is Ona with Art of Awakening. Thanks so much for joining me. And I am super excited to be doing a reading here for the new moon in August 2019, coming up on August 1st. New moon in Leo. And just the day after that, no, I believe it's the new moon is on July 31st, excuse me, and Mercury stations direct the day after on August 1st. So exciting time. I've been feeling for quite some time that moving into August, moving into this Leo season, a lot of us who have been doing a lot of inner work, especially this past month, has been kind of crazy in inner, going within for a lot of us, really kind of a period of rest and reflection, and maybe moving through things, working through things on a very deep inner level. It feels to me like that's all going to come up and come up to the surface. Not that that's going to come up to the surface, but we will have, hopefully a lot of us, I know I have done a lot of the inner clearing, so that we'll be able to just start stepping out into the world and start really taking our purpose to a new level. Just starting to manifest things in the actual world. So I've chosen this particular painting here because, first of all, this is also known as the Thunder Moon, this first new moon in August, and there's, just a lot of electrical activity happening in the heavens around this time of year, at least in the northern hemisphere. And also because of this sun rising, I'm just getting this feeling like I'm hearing that it's a new galactic year, feeling of the floodgates almost opening, like being able to finally move forward, just like the sun breaking over the horizon. And again, we are looking at the new moon in Leo, which is such a solar sign. So I'm going to be reading from my Spirit Animal Awareness deck. We'll leave the link to purchase that deck below if you're interested. And with no further ado, let's see what comes forward. All right, so Cougar is the first one to come forward. Again, I see Cougar as a very solar animal, and in this particular image especially, you got that sun coming up, really moving forward with purpose. I'm feeling the energies are supporting that. If you've been feeling kind of either blocked or just having this feeling of kind of moving through quicksand or just needing to rest a lot, you may be finding that it's a little bit easier now to move forward. I am looking at just keeping focused, right? Cougar's a predator, and so focus is really important to them. Okay, they have to keep their eye on the prey at all times and really be aware of what's happening with the thing that they desire, right? So this is about keeping your ultimate desire in mind and not letting anything distract you from that. It's about, and it doesn't mean that you have to be like super controlling about it, but just constantly bringing your mind back to, okay, this is my, what I really want in my life, right? And think of this or something better, of course, because sometimes, like, Spirit has better things in store for us. But really staying positive, staying focused on the positive. And you can see all the flowy kind of, it's vegetation, but it's also water. And I'm feeling, despite it being a new moon in Leo, I'm just kind of feeling I'm getting a lot of water energy, a lot of flow. So looking at your connections, feel into where's the flow happening? Like, the personalities that you're around. Okay, Cougar does have a lot to do with boundaries, and it has a lot to do with kind of flowing, moving through, like, Cougars have huge territories, right? And they kind of move through those territories. They have a little bit of kind of a permeable territory, I'd put it that way, in that their territories are so big that they can kind of pass through and allow other Cougars to pass through as well. So it's being fluid in your in your expectations and allowing others to be their true self as well as yourself. So staying in truth and just allowing for that flow to happen. Next one here is Red Panda. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting here is, again, I'm getting this sense of watching, right? Both from the Cougar and from the Red Panda. Cougar is really keeping things in, just keeping on your eye on the ball, right? Red Panda is kind of watching from the sidelines, making sure, like, just being very aware, but not necessarily being in the thick of things, right? So this might be a really good time to start with the end goal in mind, observing for opportunities, looking for, well, you know, what feels, and Red Panda is also very intuitive, right? So what feels like the way forward? Really listen to your guides. Really listen to your guides. You know, what feels right? What, and keeping an eye out for opportunity, and then listening. Does this feel right? Does this feel right? Really check in with your feelings, check in with your emotional body a lot. And again, that has to do with that kind of watery energy that I'm feeling. So the emotions are going to be very important. Allow your emotional body to help you to navigate these waters here in August, because they will steer you in ways that you'll be able to, maybe a little bit later in the year, move a little bit more concretely towards. Okay, this final one here for the new moon period of August, you know, late July to August, August 2019, is Earthworm. Feel into that. Again, the earthworm just kind of moves blindly through the earth, right? So here's the contrast between this looking and the earthworm. So I'm getting, like, again, the feelings. Okay, because earthworm really navigates a lot by feel, right? It goes through the earth, and it just sort of eats its way through. It's very sensitive, right? Both these animals, the red panda, the earthworm, very, very sensitive. So really, again, it's coming back to emotions. It's coming back to feeling into things, you know, feeling into your intuition. Where is that gonna take you, gonna help guide you? And really allowing yourself to feel the emotions and to honor them, and to feel, well, where it feels comfortable, right? I'm just kind of getting this real sensation when I've tuned into earthworm of the feeling of the cool earth, and moving through it, and moving kind of towards areas that, like, they'll really gravitate towards areas that are of the earth that have the nourishment that they need. They just feel their way, they sense their way, they smell their way to, like, if you put some compost out or something on, they will really find their way to it, right through the earth, and the moisture too, right? So allow your body and your emotions to guide you to what's going to be nourishing for your soul. And in conjunction with Cougar, which is going to be a little bit more, okay, so these are really working together. This is a harmony between the more proactive, the more masculine, the more kind of focused aspect, and the very, very intuitive. I'm seeing a lot of harmony here, and see the sun is showing up in both of these, both the more masculine and the more very intuitive. Even here, there's a lot of sunlight coming through, right? So it's really, I'm feeling a lot of harmony in this month coming forward, and that is probably what is feeding into this feeling of flow and things starting to move forward. So I'm feeling like this is going to be a good month. I think it's going to be a little bit easier month for a lot of us. Let's knock on wood and hope that's the case. And let's intend that that's the case, because I think sometimes if we intend as a collective, as a group, if everybody who's watching this video is just going to say, okay, this is going to be a great month, this is going to be a lot of flow, I'm going to be just relaxed through it, we can certainly set that intention, and things will fall into place that way. Okay, so enjoy this coming new moon. Feeling again like this is going to be a great one. And if you would like a personal reading for this coming month, or for anything else that's coming up for you, definitely I will leave the link to that below as well. Thanks again for watching. I love your comments, and always appreciate your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Have a good one, and we'll catch you again soon.